manners that they did in the last game. But it's always a possibility, and the lane is strong, and then going to the safe lane of NAVI too, Troll is always a really strong laner, and he's going against the DK Hoodwink lane. This is a matchup where I'm not sure if they can really punish it, but they can try. I'm actually a little afraid for the Troll and Grimstroke lane, just a little bit, because Grimstroke is typically a pos 5 that doesn't do well in the laning stage. It doesn't have very good right clicks, harassment. It's like all in, go for kills, but how can you all in go for a kill on a Dragonite? This hero is just generally too tanky, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm very interested to see the off lane of Navi Jr. here go against Watson yet again.
Glad we're at least at a stage where the Broodmother is way more situational, where there's been multiple tournaments where this hero has been picked up at such an early stage, so we don't really get this hero too much at the moment. And I mean, PMA is level 29 Brood, so very, very comfortable with it, but we're going to have to see how it goes in a competitive setting.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with their comfort here as well. Grimstroke, a very popular hero of last patch. Don't see it a lot anymore, but Riddies as well. Rocking the masterclass on this one. It looks like they're going back for some comfort for this game.
Wait, are you surprised we're not getting the Grimstroke as much? It felt, I mean, the only thing that changed, right, was just, I mean, the cooldown on Soulbind got increased a little bit, and the Inkswell damage heal bonus was decreased by 10%. Do you feel like that's enough? Because, I mean, the hero still provides a lot.
Yeah, it does provide a lot, but it doesn't provide what you need, and then also Mage Slayer, I feel like, does a number to this hero.
Okay.
Everyone's just so tanky now for a hero that has to burst. And we see a lot more importance on the supports. Either, like, Katomi, most likely he might even buy his own Mage Slayer. Like, support's buying Mage Slayer. It's revolving around that too, but support's having more reliable stuns, like the Lion.
I think hopefully we will have an opportunity to cast one of the OG games, and that's where I'll potentially bring up the Mage Slayer on Hoodwink, because there were last 4 games that Ari's played on the Hoodwink, he went Mage Slayer all those games. He played multiple beforehand, but it seems like he's kind of found this idea on the itemization out of this hero, and it doesn't really matter what game he's in, he goes for the Mage Slayer regardless. So I'm very intrigued if that's just his own read, or if other people are going to follow suit as well, because I think he's the best Hoodwink. So wonder if Katomi's going to do the same thing or not here with the Mage Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I used to think Ari was the best Hoodwink too. Then I don't know. I saw Hoodwink just, who was that? Something. What was his name? Something class.
9 class.
9 class. His Hoodwink was actually incredibly impressive. Like, I've never seen this hood before, but after that one game, I was like, wow, this guy, he was doing all the little things right.
Which is, again, I mean, he's a very, very high-ranked player. I'm level 6 on the leaderboards, and so rank 6 on the leaderboards, and doesn't have the competitive experience like other people. But you're in an organization like Tundra with, the people in there, Mind Control and Popson and TI winners, and those little things, they're going to help you gain that experience at a pretty rapid rate. So yeah, I was very impressed with his performance. Mid lane Niku, we are seeing though, this is just 11-7, 2 last hits for the Ember. At least he got another deny.
It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. That's the worst part about this matchup. And the lower the Huskar gets, the stronger he gets. And yeah, okay, well, that's it for mid lane. So the next thing you can potentially do for this mid lane is gank the Huskar. Because, like, he does sit pretty low, right? And he's going to be low HP, so if you make some rotation, but the rotation, the heroes aren't good for it, right? Like, Snapfire doesn't rotate very well. Neither does Grimstroke. So who's going to rotate on this Huskar? I think, this mid lane, yeah, he's going for it. See ya. I don't know if that's going to kill him, but it's definitely going to get him close.
At least he's got bottle coming out, but it's still going to take quite some time. And no one is doing an incredible job with the creep equilibrium as well, just keeping it on his high ground. I mean, meanwhile, top lane got the juice, is in some danger. Katomi's going to be able to chuck out a blood grenade. DM actually turns his attention over to Riddiz. So it looks like both the heroes on Navi taking quite the punishment.
Yeah, and this matchup, I mentioned it earlier, like, this Grimstroke hero, he's good at getting kills in the lane, right? But you got to get him low first. And I think this is the read that they had on this lane. It's like, if we put a DK up there, how are they going to get me low to kill me?
Uh-oh. That was a really cute play from Watson. Skew under the tower. And then Daze tried to TP out, and, well, they killed him while he's TPing. So he's going to have to make the walk all the way down to bottom. I guess it's okay, because the Brood's going to be fine, but no TP for the snap.
That was the one lane we wanted to see them thrive in, right? And Skewer back again into the tower. And Flame Break back.
Very cool, right, Viv? Repositioning.
I love it.
All right,
I love being tossed around.
Oh my. Oh, good start for them. You know, again, like we said, Watson in the previous game, he had a very slow start in regards to the lane, but this time it's going to be a little bit different, and wonder how that's going to free up Fishman. Dude, you're already rotating. Katomi's, it takes a water rune. He's like, all right, I mean, this lane's already going so well from no one. Oh, okay. Nice Quelling Blade usage, but no one is just going to be able to dive safely under the tower.
Not again.
He wants out. You don't want to play this game. It's back-to-back games. They draft him an Ember where Entity have ample time to be able to respond. They pick the DK. He thinks he's going, in his head, he's going to a bad matchup. And Entity say, screw it, let's make it even worse with a Huskar. And again, he gets ganked.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much of this is like, he is asking for this, or how much the team is like, no, trust me, just do it. We'll win the side lanes. We'll make the game easy for you. Just survive the laning stage.
Dude, and he even TP'd to the tower before as well to escape the Huskar, so he has to walk all the way back. And again, no one with the creepy clear him has kept it on his side. So, dude, Snapfire's got more last hits than him, and now you got Fishman rotating top. Like, Entity are just outclassing Navi Jr. They're probably going to get Riddiz as well with this pushback up in a couple of seconds. It'll be an easy dive, and this is a dive with a full catapult wave as well. So this tower, it's going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, at least we got a haste rune on Ember. What? Talk about the only rune you could have got outside of potentially a shield rune that will save your life soon. Actually, a shield rune wouldn't even save you. So now he's safe from dying for the next 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes of safety. He's not going to get any CS during those 2 minutes, but at least he won't die. Alright, he's hasting top. Here he goes. Level 4 Ember. He's going on the hunt.
Are they not going to get anyone? Dude, they're not going to get anyone. Daze even TP's in. Fishman just goes over to the other side and...
Oh, they got Fishman.
Oh, nice. All right, they got the chains.
Yeah, they can't even.
So have some remnants out of the haste. Really nice position out of the cookie. Gets him over the top. They're not even going to kill him, though.
He's actually going to die.
Not going to die. Now, no one comes over. Doesn't even have a point in the ultimate. It's not even required.
Was well done.
I mean, I just feel dirty watching this. Like, I don't know. Like, this is sad. Like, my whole, like, outro from the last game is like, don't pick Ember, he's gonna get owned again, and it's even worse than before. Like, this is like an 11 out of 10 stomping. It's like 20 out of 10. Like, 43 and 32 to 5 and 2. Come on, man. Like,
5.
Yes, he has 5 CS. To the 33 denies. I mean, no one. Come on, man. Like, stop denying at this point. Hey, this is kind of bad mannered. He's got an armlet now.
Bottom lane, Watson. Up onto PMA. Got the skewer as well. Should be able to help out to chase him down and get a big kill onto the Brood.
Tell me, please, 5, don't do this.
Are you okay?
You fought
Oh no, not the voice lines now. Come on, dude. They're dead. Just leave them. They're not even going to let him farm safely under a T2 tower. Are you serious? He's going to die under a T2. Maybe?
He'll live. He'll live.
Will he? I don't know, man. Oh.
I mean, he's fine from the fire, but I don't know if he's going to walk back in. I mean, he needs to get level 6. He's going to stick around. But this is kind of like what you got to do. You got to... Someone has to make rotation on no one. So it's either going to end horribly and you're all going to die trying to kill him, or best case scenario, you might actually kill him. But either of those scenarios is better. I mean, even having just a small chance of it working is better than what's happening.
It's a nice attempt onto Watson bottom lane, but it might not be enough to get the kill into the Magnus. All the stats. He's bought out with his items, and the good old safety bubble keeps him alive. An Entity be able to clean up as well. They'll get rid of his days, snipe Zakari on his escape. But yeah, I mean, you put all that emphasis, all these resources down bottom to try and get the kill onto Watson, and he doesn't go down.
They got to do something, right? Because it's 6k net worth lead at 9.5 minutes. It's almost insurmountable, I'd say, once you see 7k or 8k before 10 minutes. I'm not sure what your play is at that point on the map. Because you saw last game, right? Like, everyone's just too tanky to die. And that's kind of like a similar road that we're going down right now as well. As it looks like we are going a Mask of Madness onto Watson, though, so... Instead of him going a tanky item, he is going to go for an item that is reverse tanky. It's going to make him less tanky, but it will make him farm faster.
I don't know if it particularly matters this game in the troll itemization, but I'm just curious on if you have a preference on Mjolnir or Battle Fury on this hero.
Right now my preference is Mjolnir, for sure. But I don't have a full understanding, because I think there are some games for Battle Fury.
Okay.
But I think, generally speaking, Mjolnir is just the safer item. But yeah,
gonna see.
I think right now we'll just see how it plays out. But I think Troll just needs to be really farmed this game, like incredibly farmed, for him to kill anyone. And that's not going to happen for the next probably 15-20 minutes.
And you're not going to have map to be able to find that farm as well. While losing heroes across the map, Riddies tries to go through the portal. It's going to be stopped short. No one, unfortunately, unable to cancel Daze's TP. But yeah, I mean, you defend your bottom tower. You're continuing to take more objectives across the map. All the tier 1s are gone. And very shortly, Entity just going to start walking into NAVI Jr.'s own jungle and continuing to limit some of the economic gain they're able to find.
And Mage Slayer online for Team too. Not much to say at this point of the game, other than I think you need to find a kill. You gotta find a kill on the map. Who will that be? They tried Magnus twice, didn't work. They're gonna switch things up. They're gonna go ahead and try the DK. This is a good one because there's nowhere to TP on. So this should work. This should definitely work.
And it looks like it will. We're going to be able to hold him down into place. And a much needed kill for the boys onto NAVI Jr. It takes 4. I mean, of course, while all this is going on, though, no one...
But Daze went through the gate.
Oh, alright.
Alright.
Unfortunately, now no one's going to have an Aegis, and he is down bottom as well, so you're probably going to have to think twice if you want to continue to stick around here from Daze and PMA.
Is Huskar the last hero in Dota that can solo Roche? He might be.
I mean, Ursa can, but not nearly as fast, right?
I mean, not like pre-15 minutes.
Yeah. I don't think any, yeah. I mean, Ursa wouldn't even be able to till maybe like 20 or something like that.
No.
How many has there been? Huskar, Ursa?
Meepo used to, but Meepo can't anymore. And Ursa was able to. I think Huskar's the last one.
Speaking of Huskar, we'll run straight into Daze. Well, Fishman also eats a bunch of spiders, so they're going to be able to cancel his TP. They've got the damage to do so. You see PMA is able to get a little bit closer towards his BKB. This is a first item BKB on a Brood Mother, though.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's not even that close, though, unfortunately. Wishing he had that one a bit sooner. I think Watson is just role-playing Sven this game. Just Mask of Madness Echo Saver. Why not? Probably a Blink Dagger after that.
Speaking of Watson, does he
land
any
RP?
spells?
Yes, no mana.
Low ground. Very awkward. They're just going to surround PMA. It's not going to matter now. Nowhere to run. You have 4 years. Up in your face by the secret shop. Dude, they're even going to take the Wisdom Rune away. They will at least, I guess, snipe. Niku. Alright. I mean, the Ember needs all the experience he can get. It's a bit ambitious. Looks like he'll also be able to get the stack too.
It'll be slow, but he'll do it. In a similar situation as last game here, where Katomi is higher net worth than enemy mid. I'm getting deja vu from this game. And Niku just left without even finishing the ancient stack. I think he saw Fishman there, but it was really just an illusion, so... Nothing going for him this game, you know? Sometimes game is hard.
Sometimes
no one's alone, though.
Got an Aegis and a Halberd. Maybe they can catch someone else instead, but yeah, they're able to reposition accordingly on the boys of Entity. And they'll be alright. Blink now as well. Picked up here for DM. Got one Mage Slayer on him. Katomi's going for his own Mage Slayer as well. The map is continuing to shrink. I mean, you get a decent timing out of the Battle Fury here for the Troll Warlord, but he's going to need still a lot of time to be able to get to the stage where he might be able to take over.
Yeah, big rotation coming out of Entity here.
Fishman. The high ground. Gets scouted out momentarily.
This is a DK Blink rotation.
And they're going to make the jump onto Niku. They go. Be able to dodge some of the damage out of the sharpshooter. Fishman didn't want to hold him down with the lasso. And as a result, Navi Jr. they will be able to get away. So that is that blink reveal. And they're not going to get a kill off the back of it. Watson is already starting to set up top lane, though. Got the juice. Miss out on the shockwave. Watson should still be able to catch up, but with the TP shown, it gives an opportunity for Navi Jr. to run down these remaining members inside their own jungle. They'll kill off Fishman. You're not going to be able to touch no one, though. DD. And nice reaction is going to be able to get that jump away. So at least you're able to get one kill onto the support on Entity.
Watson just needs to go hit creeps until he has a Blink Dagger. Once he has a Blink Dagger, they can do so much more on this map. But until he has it, I think they just chill. It's not like they're losing money by farming, right? They're going to keep gaining money. I think they're just really trying to get as much as they can. I'm not sure what happened there, as no one is just... He has no fear in the world. He's got an Aegis, he's Huskar, he's got a DD, and he's got another kill. What do you do about this Huskar? I'm not sure. But just farm your Blink on Magnus and just support no one. He's going to win you the game. All you have to do is just stun heroes for him at this point.
Were you ever a Huskar player?
No, I've never...
So you had dignity. Yeah. Were there any heroes where you stooped that low?
Arcorden. And Tinker.
Oh, no. Did you play 2? How'd you play the Tinker?
Yeah, I played 2 for a bit. It wasn't competitive, though. I just played in pubs.
Okay. Oh, wow. Just not even practicing. You're like, yeah, I just want to ruin people's days. All right. That's almost worse. Like, it'd be understandable if you're like practicing for, you're competitive and stuff like that. Just screw everyone else.
I just wanted to practice fast finger movement.
I feel like that's an excuse. You're trying to help out and make yourself not seem as bad for playing Tinker.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't played him since when you actually had to buy Boots of Travel. That was the last time I spammed him.
Alright.
But he was still dirty then too. There's never been a honest Tinker patch. Let's be real.
It hasn't. When you think of honest heroes, I would say Tinker is far down the list. Oscar is also very far down the list as well. There's not too many of them, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, Nico's had to run into one of those in particular this game, and he's going to do it once again. Jump in with the lasso. He's not actually going to die through that little bit of control that Entity had, so maybe to the spears, actually? Trying to play with the remnant. Oh, well done.
Okay,
Very well done. Look, you're alive. You lose all your... I mean, of course, you need to do it to live, but it's so unfortunate you have no remnants to work with. You still have to walk back to base, but very good job to stay alive.
Yeah, he dodged a tower attack with that, and of course a couple ticks of those burning spears where he otherwise for sure would have died. I'm surprised he had the presence of mind to do that, because like you have to be tilted, right? Like,
yeah.
If he's not tilted, he has. I got to give it to the man. You know, he's got a mental fortitude of a god. But he decided instead of doing hands off keyboard, he decided to just survive, and I respect that. I love it when my mid laners don't give up. I think I'm a little salty, honestly, just because I've been playing more ranked lately and getting that taste in your mouth of salty mid laners.
Yeah.
A lot of them out there.
Well, the ego is definitely through the roof on some of them. Niku, Katomi will be able to get away though, so unfortunate not able to get any usage out of the arcane. You have one BKB completed out of the Broodmother, and we're probably just waiting towards that second one and got the juice as well. Just lacking... 800 gold, is, of course, is a lot with the current state of the game. Meanwhile, mid lane, Watson on fishing, catching days. So, yeah, Navi Jr., we're definitely going to see them wait, hoping for this second BKB. They're going to be forced to take a fight, though. Maybe they won't even be able to with this tier 2 tower, so we'll go down.
And you've got a Huskar. Do you want to go high ground? And if you look at the repositioning, right, you don't have any on the side of Navi Jr. And this is generally why high ground can be so difficult this patch, because you're always playing in some Pudge or Magnus, Rubik, whatever it might be. Just always throwing you into your base. Even Kunkka, right? Like, there's so many heroes that can reposition that make going high ground. And all these heroes, uncoincidentally, have been very meta, because they always give you that extra opportunity to not only defend your high ground, but also go high ground yourself. But you don't have any of that on Navi Jr. this particular game.
Just the comeback potential too, right? The fact that some team fights can look very difficult to take when you're playing from a deficit, but there is always that potential of the repositioning. You always kind of craft a team fight around that capability.
Yeah, for sure. And I think at this point, if you are Entity, you just want the next Roche and you want to go end. When you're Navi, your game plan should be don't let them get next Roche.
Is no one the person you want to run into?
It might be, actually.
Oh, dude, he just got BKB delivered.
Oh, no.
What a perfect timing. You couldn't have asked for better and the RP out of Watson to top it all off. I mean, you get the kill in the end and hang on the turnaround. What's going on? Navi, the troll wallet finally shredding people down, and now Niku wants revenge, and he's going to get this slide kill and Fishman. They'll catch up to the bat as well. What just happened? That looked perfect. You get the BKB as soon as the start. The RP onto multiple heroes, but Navi Jr., they shrug it all off.
I mean, no one with a failed armlet toggle there kind of like cost them that whole team fight. Not that it was going to be an easy armlet toggle with all the spiders on him, but the BKB was just a little bit too late there, and this is also going to cause you to lose Roshan. So, wow. This whole game, you look invincible. One play. This is the resilience here coming in for Navi Jr. here, and it looks like this will be kind of close here. No one decides he'd rather play against the Aegis than potentially throw this game, because if he would have TP'd right in there, died again, then his game would have been ruined. Well, that's a big gold swing, I must say. I mean, the game is still definitely in Entity's hands for now. You are up 8k gold. However, this troll, you don't have a lot of answers for him in this particular game, but they're gonna try and go right away anyway as they see him.
It does, of course, have that BKB. They should be able to deal with him the first time. They're going to be able to get the supports as well in the back line as well. PMA turns with the BKB, assassinates Fishman. Now Isaac got the juice, so we need to get the troll into the side the middle of the fight. He might be able to lock onto no one as well. They're going to disrupt him as best they can. Can he get the BKB? No opportunity. DM with that Dragon Tail. Perfect timing, and Niku doesn't even make it on the high ground as well. Out of Remnant charges. No one, and Kataomi should be able to chase him down. DM waiting the wings as well, requiring the Blink Sun to close and follow and get the kill. Entity. And one bad fight was, looking like Navi Jr. Hang on a second, getting that Aegis. All of a sudden, we had a bit of a ball game, but Entity instantly fight back.
DM saving the game there. If Troll would have got his BKB off, plus his ultimate, Troll would have for sure killed the Huskar. And from there, they may have got some control back into that team fight, but, he didn't get his BKB off in 2 lives there, nor his ultimate. So he just goes down immediately. And that has to feel bad. After having that glimmer of hope, that one good team fight, just to get it shut down immediately. And I felt that was like a personal from Entity. It's like, oh, you guys beat us? You have Aegis? We don't care. We're just going to run into you as 5 and take this fight. And it worked out.
So I don't know if that's a worse feeling where you're getting absolutely slumped, and somehow, like some miraculous way, you 5-man wipe. You get this glimmer of hope, and then you just absolutely bomb out next fight, and all of a sudden you're just back in a position where like, all right, we're turtling once again.
Yeah. It definitely feels bad. So I've been trying to decide what is the best possible place to put Roshan's banner.
Okay, let's hear it. What do we think?
And I think the position they have it right now on your tier 3 is the best spot, because that is like theoretically the hardest. I would even put it a little behind the tower, I think. Like the buff does have a timer on it, as you can see, but normally you see people just put it in the middle of the lane and it just gets killed immediately. But like you get 1 lane of mega creeps for a very long time if you do this method, because how are they going to go up there and kill that banner if it's by your tier 3? It's really hard.
Now, is there a preference of in the mid lane though, or top or bottom? Because the thing with mid lane is it's just closer. I mean, you're going to have that timer for longer.
1 second. DM's using his illusions to get rid of it, and he successfully did so. So good for him. What is the best lane to do it in? That one depends on the state of the game. I would personally probably say mid lane might be the best. That way your mid is just always shoving in. But if...
That's changed. Stops Watson from being able to get the skewer back. This could be a decent position to take the fight. Watson will get out of the base. They don't have no one down here, though. And they're chucking with the glob as well. Niku in the front line, taking a fight without your Huskar. And Daisy gives Niku a tip. It's like, hey, you're still providing value, brother.
Yeah, he definitely is. And he did it. He finally overcame Katomi's net worth in this game. Not by much, albeit, but still. Good 500 gold ahead there. But yeah, there's a lot of question marks here from Entity. And they're getting punished for it. I think they're trying to, like, be a little bit cute here. Like, going for that, trying to make something happen when Huskar's on the other side of the map. That's something that they probably know in their hearts that they shouldn't be doing. But they just feel like they're so far ahead that they can get away with it. And they're getting punished for it.
Yeah, quick reactions out of Niku with the chains to be able to stop that, stop the skewer away. So, still these are individual stuff, individual skills that can come out from these players. Very high up in those leaderboards, but it's just a question of some of the further macro stuff as well. So, they put themselves in a position where we actually have a game where 8,000 deficit. Sanjin Yasha completed and got the juice. He's going to be going into the Basher Satanic next. What do we think about kind of the item progression out of the troll? Do you feel like Basher is required at this current stage in the game?
Oh, it's nice. This is kind of like the old standard troll build. Normally, I've been seeing more dispersers lately instead of bashers.
Okay.
But it's fine, especially if you really want to lock down the Huskar. You might want to consider if you really want to kill the Huskar and getting an MKB as well, just so you can pierce through some of that evasion that he has with the halberd plus the elven tunic, right? He's sitting at how much evasion? He's got 33%, which is pretty respectable. I would say that warrants an MKB, but he's got some time. He's not committing to any items yet. Well, he did just commit to something. What was that? Yeah, the Mithril Hammer.
Yeah.
So the Basher it is, unless he wants to go for Maelstrom, but I don't think that would make any sense.
But look at this though from Navi Junior. Like again, the smoke from them towards top. You got that wisdom room timing. Potentially seeing if they're able to take a fight with Entity nearby. They're going to get a tier 1 tower as well. So they are. You know, yeah, that's the thing. I was going to say at least one nice thing is you're starting to make some moves across the map. You're not just sitting back and idly dying. You're trying to get out and still put the pressure onto Entity. But like you said, the base is really the big thing. So you will be forced to come back now thanks to the Dragon Knight.
Yep, slowly but surely chipping away at your tier 3s with these illusions. Always a good time. What was the change they did? There's something that they made.
They did nerf. I don't remember exactly the figure, but
the damage to the
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm glad they did that because it was disgusting before when you had this man tags build.
I'd still say it's so dumb is what we're seeing. Like you said, it's not as bad as what it used to be. That was very frustrating. Some of the games where you just have a Dragon Knight where it doesn't. You're not even playing Dota. You're just versing illusions, slowly chipping down your objectives. It's like very cool.
It was like it's basically like playing Naga, but a Naga that can actually kill your buildings.
Yeah, yeah. Naga takes like maybe 10 minutes longer.
Yeah. It's funny because like DK like made some transition as a hero, right? Like he was always this big tanky guy. Then over the time with all these changes to him, he turned into more like a Naga than a big tanky frontliner.
Oh, Niku, no.
Yep.
That rush game is going to continue, especially when Kataomi's got the Roda Atos to work with, and this would be high ground forced out. So
he's got buy though. Well, that's nice.
I was going to go down and they'll come back. So Navi Junior was trying to set up a trap. Unfortunately, the building's going down. They're going to be forced back inside their own base and they will be far too late. So a full set of barracks goes the way of Entity. What's the call though? Do you want to continue to stick around? 20 seconds still left until the respawn out of Niku.
I think they want to get a skewer. I think that should be the play here. Like DM and no one are just sitting in the front just to give Watson just the space, right? They're not going to have their cameras on him. He's going to sit in the back, and then he's going to try and get a skewer back. And if they can time it correctly, and they get the skewer, and they get the Dragon Tail like last time, mid-skewer before he can BKB, without a doubt, this troll can die. But it's a risk, because if you do mess it up, though, he gets BKB and ultimate off, yeah, then there's a chance you just get the whole fight turned on you, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're a little scared about it.
Juice is the one in the front. I mean, they have full awareness Entity. Great observe ward inside this lane, scouting out all of Navi Junior's movements down to bottom, and they're going to smoke up as well. Fishman. Lead the Judge trying to find the jump, and he'll do so onto the Ember. It's okay for the moment. Watson with the jump in with the RP. It's onto the Broodmother. A lot of damage even through the BKB. It's all up to Got the Juice to turn the team fight. He's been able to lock onto Husker with the bashes out. It's going to be enough to secure the first kill, but now the battle trance is over, and Watson can reap the rewards. Almost a rampage. They do unfortunately steal it out of Watson. Could have been back-to-back rampages for him, but nonetheless, a big successful team fight from Entity.
I've been in these situations before where you're like a troll and like, all right, my objective is to kill one hero in this game. It's going to be the Huskar. And you complete your objective, right? But then, all right, Daze is going to go down here too. But then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, how do I kill the mag? How do I kill this DK6 slotted too? They're just too farmed right now, right, on Entity. You don't have damage to chew through all this HP. 3.3k HP on the DK and the Magnus respectively, with tons of armor to boot for both of them. And yeah, unfortunately, Nico's not doing the damage in this department. The Broodmother doing some damage, but just not enough.
Second pulls to the barracks now, rewarded here for Entity off the back of the fight. Roche is still ready for them. Third Roche as well, keep in mind, so you have that refresher shard as well down bottom. No one up in 15 seconds. They're probably going to look to already start to get themselves set up to take it.
Katomi has gotten the clearance from his team, being like, all right, whatever you want to do to become a carry, you can do it in both games. Going for a Phylactery in game number 1 on the Rubik. This game, Mage Slayer, Gleipnir. These are all DPS items for the Hoodwink. Of course, they just naturally work with the Hoodwink spells. But still, in the past, we've seen Hoodwinks go for, you know, drums or greaves, some teamfight items. Deciding to just scale. And I think that's been the story of Dota for a little while now, where a lot of cores just want to scale. We also had the Midas patch last time, where everyone's just buying Midas. Midas not so good anymore, so you got to find a new way to make sure your supports are scaling, and there's extra threats on the map that you're unable to deal with. Because it's kind of easy to play Dota if there's like one objective, right? Oh, we just have to kill this troll, right? And then if you can manage to do that, you just win the fight. That's a very simple game plan. But when you have to like, all right, we have to deal with the Huskar and the Magnus and the DK. Maybe we can do that in some capacity, but we also have to deal with this Hoodwink. Then it becomes very difficult to make a decision on who do you go for first.
Look at the decision from NAVI Jr. They're actually going to take the fight outside the base. It's do or die. Will it work out though?
This Katomi first. I'm down.
All right. I mean, Hoodwink's going to be able to scout out this position
he's
from
missing
NAVI Jr. Oh my god. All right, so
yeah, you get that MKB now. Like he's pit stopping now. That's the Hoodwink right now. Scurry evasion, right? It gives you base 30%. Get the talent, it's plus 40% on top of that. So if he presses Scurry, he's next to a tree, he's just got 70% evasion. Like, why not?
Oh, not the banner.
It's gone. That's why you put it in your base on the tier 3.
Are they going to cliff him? Oh, he got clipped! I mean, they're going to chuck Niku in, at least got the juice. He's able to get a little bit of right-click damage out, but Watson,
keeping out.
He finds 2 supports in the back line. He's got the refresher shot as well. Second round of the RP. Troll's gone without a buyback. Niku and PML, they'll make it back inside the base. It's not going to matter, though. You got a buyback out of the Grimstroke, but, I mean, Anti, they can still walk it up.
How do you defend this one? It's all up to Niku and friends here.
But especially with having to pop a BKB defensively like that from PMA. It's going to be unavailable for him now. No one almost catching up to Niku. Nice slide dodge. It's not really going to matter in the end. Can rend them over to get some distance away, but these are heroes without buyback, and you're going to be playing up against Megas, and they don't even want to have to go up against them. G's are going to get dropped, and we have another series where it is a very dominant victory. The boys who have won, in this case, it's going to be NCD with the 2-0 fashion over NAVI Jr.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're starting to see the strong...